So I want to get something off my chest, and it really annoys me that we know nothing about this Child's Play reboot, and we don't know if this affects the other Chucky movies, like the actual ones that are being made still, like direct to video. So I really wanted to talk about this issue with like MGM is making a remake of Child's Play, but it's in the future where it's not a doll possessed by a serial killer, it's like a robotic doll gone wrong. Um, so it's really a strange concept, but to be fair, on their point, like I don't think that this should be remade and erase the other movies from being made, the Brad Dourif Chucky movies. But I like the idea that they're doing something different than normal, like than the first movie. Like they're not trying to be the first movie again. So that is one thing where I'm like, that's a cool thing, but I really don't know what to think about this because if this allows us not to have any other sequels to the other Chucky films, the Brad Dourif ones, then no, I don't want this movie at all. I don't want to have Brad Dourif be shamed because they wanted a cash grab, MGM, since the rights are so messed up with both Universal and MGM. They never made a reboot until now, because like Don Mancini was thinking about like doing a reboot, but it's like the rights were so all over the place. But now, and I'm glad he didn't, because we got Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky, which I love both of those. So it's interesting to see now that MGM has found their way to literally reboot this franchise. But like I said, I don't know if it makes the other ones null and void, like to be made anymore. Like, can they still do direct to video ones that say Chucky? But also also Don Mancini was going to make, or is apparently going to make, a TV show called Child's Play, which will be the Brad Dourif Chucky like continuation up from Cult of Chucky, which I was so excited for, but I'm kind of scared that we're not going to get that now. Like it I don't know how rights work with that, with this movie and this franchise, because his show was going to be called Child's Play, and I wonder if MGM immediately said "fuck you" to Don Mancini and immediately started to do a quick reboot, in response to him making a show called Child's Play. That If that's true, then they're dicks. Like, that's annoying that they can do that. And Christina Lees, who played Kyle in Child's Play 2 and the end of Cult of Chucky, she didn't have very nice words to say about MGM rebooting it, and I think that I completely agree with her, and I like that she's awesome enough to say this opinion out on the internet without having fear of like any repercussions, because there aren't really any repercussions that you can have. She's just saying that it's a dick move for MGM to do this, to literally mess with a healthy franchise, which I think is really healthy. Like, the Chucky franchise is back, and it, with two movies that have come out after the hold off with Seed of Chucky, we didn't have movies for a long time, until 2013. So 9 years we waited, and then we finally got two more Chucky movies, and then they're gonna get rid of them again. Like, I don't, and for good, if MGM has it to where they can remake this movie but not allow Don Mancini to make his own Chucky stuff, I'm gonna be pissed off, because that's unfair. That really is, especially for a franchise that's still going, people love, or people are divisive on, of course, like any franchise. But I love this franchise, and I really love most of them, or I like a lot of them. I don't hate any of them, and I'm really gonna be sad if we don't get any more Chucky movies that are Brad Dourif ones with the plot and the characters that we have gotten, because I love seeing these characters. I love seeing Brad Dourif play Chucky, and I love how entertaining these films are. And I hope that we don't get a cash grab reboot that will make it to where they can't make any more movies that Don Mancini wants to make, just for this movie that might fail and bomb. But I don't know. But then they go and do this, which pisses me off, because I love Aubrey Plaza. they said Aubrey Plaza might be in talks of being in this new movie, and I'm like, fuck you, don't do that. Like, don't push me farther, because I don't like this idea. I don't like, if, to be fair, I don't like this idea at all if they erase, if we can't make any more Brad Dourif Chucky movies, then that pisses me off. Or Don Mancini Brad Dourif Chucky movies. That pisses me off. But if we can do both, I would be totally fine with that. If we can make its own MGM, its own reboot, and then Chucky can still be going direct to video. If we could do that, then I'm totally fine with whatever this remake is. Whether it's good or bad, I don't care. As long as we get more Chucky movies that Brad Dourif and Don Mancini are involved with. Because we can't, I don't want them to shit away this franchise that's really awesome and I love it, and it's going to be such an insult if they do that and then we get this movie that could be a cheap cash grab and then fail at the box office, and then what do we have then? We have no other Chucky movies. So, but also, who knows if this movie's going to be good? It might be great. It might be the best thing ever, but I am really skeptical. So, I really just wanted to get that off my chest. Talk about what I feel about with the current Chucky situation. And I've checked Don Mancini's Twitter a lot just to see if there's any news that he said about the show, because he has kept quiet since they've announced this. So it really pisses me off. So yeah, just glad I could vent to somebody. So thanks guys for watching. What do you think? Tell me down below if you agree with me or disagree with me. So either way, just comment down below if you want.